Excellency, Architect Olamide Khan Adebite, Honorable Minister of Mines and Steel Development of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Honorable Ministers and the Deputy Ministers here present, Your Excellencies, members of the diplomatic corps here present, distinguished guests invited, ladies and gentlemen, I stand by all the protocols that were mentioned here in the morning. I bring you greetings from the United Republic of Tanzania. Your Excellencies and distinguished guests, before I give my brief remarks in this onerous event, allow me to first and foremost bring you greetings. Because much as we have Dar es Salaam and we have Lagos here in Nigeria. So I wanted to give that as a compliment, but also I wanted to let the delegates here know that Tanzania and Nigeria have a very long-standing cooperation and friendship. When we attained our independence in 1961, it was only 2 years later your embassy was opened in Tanzania, and it is there up to this very day. And our embassy also opened here a few years later, and we have it until now. So we cherish our cooperation and friendship, and that's part of the reason why we did not delay to come when we received this invitation. And we thank you for giving us this opportunity. So with that said, let me say now that it is a great pleasure for me and for my delegation from the United Republic of Tanzania to participate in this important Nigeria, Africa, Natural Resource and Energy Investment Summit. I want to extend our heartfelt thanks for your valued invitation and the consideration of Tanzania's participation in this great summit. And the government of Tanzania congratulates you for organizing such a remarkable event that brings our continent together as we share views and ideas on developing green projects in Africa, following the need to protect the planet Earth from climate change. And I must add here that we in Tanzania are championing the cause of doing sustainable mining and exploring into the type of minerals that are abound, and you see in the presentation, that will lead to the reduction of gas emissions in our planet. Records show that the mining sector contributes about 4 to 7% of greenhouse emissions globally. This is due to the fact that carbon dioxide emissions from mining operations and power consumption in the mining sector amount to at least 1% contribution, while fugitive methane emissions from coal mining are estimated at 3 to 6%. These rates indicate a significant contribution of this sector to climate change. However, due to technological advancements and a great demand for minerals as raw materials for industrial development of goods and commodities, we cannot deny the fact that mining is one of the drivers of development. So we cannot shy away with it. We have to go with the technology for reducing emissions. And although mining contributes to greenhouse gas emissions, still there are some emissions reducing opportunities that the industry can take advantage of. For example, in 2020, the World Bank Group report titled Minerals for Climate Action, the mineral intensity of the clean energy transition, found out that the production of minerals such as graphite, lithium, and cobalt could upside by almost 500% by 2050 to meet the increasing demand for clean energy technologies. And in this regard, over 3 billion tons of minerals and metals will be required to bring the Earth to at least 2% average temperature. This being the case, it means that to achieve a lower carbon future, there will be a large increase in demand for several key minerals and metals to manufacture cleaner energy technologies. And this is a great opportunity for African countries to invest in exploration, in development, and in mining of such minerals, which we have in abundance. I have had many presentations here today. I didn't hear any country that has said they lack those resources, and Tanzania is no exception. Your Excellencies and distinguished guests, Tanzania has already taken course toward achieving a greener Africa in the mining sector. The country has recently issued a special mining license to a company called Temple Nickel Corporation Limited for mining nickel, copper, and cobalt, mining from the world's largest development-ready deposit in the northwestern part of Tanzania, where we have 58 million tons of ore at an average in-situ nickel rate of 2.62%. The project is already in the development stage. The grant aim is to feed increasing demand from electric vehicle battery production. The electric vehicle and energy storage markets are rapidly expanding in the world, and we need to be able to feed to that industry, thereby accelerating the necessity for critical battery minerals such as nickel, which is a key component in the manufacturing of battery cathodes. This will help in reducing vehicle exhaust emissions resulting from using fossil fuels. And Tanzania is home to a lot of Africa's mineral resources, which are mostly extracted by local and multinational corporations. The country is endowed with a variety of minerals resources, ranging from precious metals, base metals, colored gemstones and diamonds, radioactive minerals, rare earth elements, industrial minerals, construction materials, and many, many others. So, through this summit, we extend an arm of welcoming you all who have an interest to invest in Tanzania, because besides having all these natural resources that I have mentioned, just a few, we also have an amazing, stable, peaceful country environment, and our president and our current policies have been made in such a way that we create a conducive environment for investors. Your Excellencies, it is my belief that Tanzania has been lucky to secure this opportunity to share about her natural resources at this international summit, which have brought us together as stakeholders from a wide spectrum of disciplines, sectors, and countries, dealing with bankable projects within the natural resource databases of our continent. And for us in Tanzania, we also have two key institutions that have really helped the country to map the resources we have. We have an institution under the Ministry of Minerals called GST, Geological Survey of Tanzania, which was founded in 1925 by the colonialists then, before we attained our independence, and we later on reshaped it to be our leader in mapping all the resources that we have in the country with regard to minerals and mineralogy. We also have an institution called State Mining Corporation, which is fully equipped with the ability to do deep exploration, and therefore when an investor comes to Tanzania, you don't even need to worry about who will help you to explore the sites that you are interested in. We have the capabilities, the skills, and the technical know-how to do that. Your Excellencies, it is my belief that the government of Tanzania, and we are committed in collaboration and working with all of you here, will continue to play a key role in ensuring sustainability in the mining sector and in creation of environment for investment. If the environment is friendly and conducive, all of us can transpass the boundaries and work among and with each other in our respective work countries. And since it is the long history of humankind that those who learn to collaborate and improvise most effectively have prevailed, Tanzania is open for interested investors who are committed to invest in the mining sector. And to make this real, Nigerians, because we are in your country, we already have investors from your country, but we need more. I want to acknowledge and appreciate the investment from your kinsmen who are working in Tanzania, such as Dangote Limited, who is providing more than 50% of all the cements we need and are using for infrastructure development in Tanzania. I would like also to acknowledge the presence of Sahara Group Company Limited, who are invested in the energy projects in Tanzania. There is also some financial institutions like UBA, United Bank of Africa, and we also have the Guarantor Trust Bank, UTB, just to mention but a few. And with those two remarks, now I call upon one of my colleagues to come up front, our mining engineer, to come up front and make a quick presentation with a PowerPoint to show you some of the resources that we have, of which I have just given a brief highlight. With that said, I thank you for listening. Thank you very much.